a few organizations who has been out there for more than 2 decades. And these organizations are coming together. Provashi is one of them, but then there is Bebashi, Poschimi, Sanskriti, and these are all, very long-standing organization, represents values for the community, represents certain set of sentiments of Bengali culture. So they are all coming together on this effort. But more than that, it's not just limited within the Bay Area. It has gone outside of the Bay Area as well, all the way to Sacramento, LA, San Diego, even all the way to Houston, where all the communities, Bengali communities and organizations is coming together and saying that, hey, you want to do it together, and we want to actually bring the old glory back. We want to think about Bengali becoming entrepreneur, and we want to really create an example of Bengalis being united, which is a rare scene in many aspects. But then when there is a cause like the independence, as you know, Punjabis and Bengalis fought together. This is actually that sort of a event that brings everybody together.
Hello everyone, Sudipto Mukhopadhyay is right here with us. He is the co-chair of Confluence 2027. Welcome to YoIndiaTV with me, Jasleen. Tell us a little more about Confluence.
Yeah, so the Confluence is an attempt to get all the Bengalis united across the globe, and focusing mostly on innovations, business, and culture all together. The primary vision of the Confluence is sort of like getting the whole Bengal excited once again about becoming entrepreneurs, thinking about doing something big for the community, doing something well for themselves, and bringing all the lost pride, who it used to be, what it is to be known for many years back, right? Here, what we are trying to do from Silicon Valley, we are trying to bring people together not only from the United States but globally also. There is a venture going on in UK, there is something going on in Asia. So there are big entrepreneurs coming forward and willing to put up a hub and center in Calcutta as well. And that's really about, it's a global network of Bengali entrepreneurs, and culture is definitely part of it, because they're also realizing that they have to be part of the business to become what they used to be many decades back.
That people have intellect in Bengal, they have education, they have a vision. There are certain things they lack. One is, obviously we all know that, so we call the risk behavior. Second thing, self-assessment and confidence. Third thing, finding the sources, means funding, for example, the right team, for example. Let go and bring all your pride and bring people together and to work with people.
I can tell you that the vision behind this World Congress that Rahul is talking about came about because I've seen there's a lot of fragmentation in terms of where the scientists are taking the basic science to and what we can actually bring to the point of care when we as physicians treat people. And this fragmentation is not just in Bengal, it's everywhere. But we are here to talk about how we can make a difference in our community. And I strongly believe if we can start with our community, we can make a difference globally.
We came here for one cause. What is that cause? The cause to support the community. Cause to support our community here, that could survive and stand and do something for the next generation of our community. So, I think when Rahul, Sudip, and not Rahul so much, Sudip and Sudipto said, we need some chess. No. We need the support. We need you to come join us so that at the later part of the day, you will come forward whatever we need. Sure, we need money, but we need your support. Money will come. And your generous support is all we look for. So what we are saying here today, that thank you again for coming here today. And listen what you have seen, what Rahul said. I'm sure Sudeep and Sudipto will have more to say. Join us to our campaign, to our journey for the benefit of our next generation. Thank you.
So, this is like one of an event that has never happened in the Bay Area, bringing a lot of Bengali organizations together. You're already heading Prabashi, which is the oldest and the biggest Bengali organization. So tell me a little more about who all are coming together and how are they going to contribute as one Confluence 2027.
Yeah, so organizationally, there are many, major organizations in Bay Area. As you know that there are 25 or 30 Bengali Durga Puja that happens every year. That's a staggering number. But then there are a few organizations who has been out there for more than 2 decades. And these organizations are coming together. Prabashi is one of them, but then there is Bebashi, Poschimi, Sanskriti, and these are all, very long-standing organization, represents values for the community, represents certain set of sentiments of Bengali culture. So they're all coming together on this effort. But more than that, it's not just limited within the Bay Area. It has gone out of outside of the Bay Area as well, all the way to Sacramento, LA, San Diego, even all the way to Houston, where all the communities, Bengali communities and organizations is coming together and saying that, hey, you want to do it together, and we want to actually bring the old glory back. We want to think about Bengali becoming entrepreneur, and we want to really create an example of Bengalis being united, which is a rare scene in many aspects. But then when there is a cause like the independence, as you know, Punjabis and Bengalis fought together. This is actually that sort of a event that brings everybody together.
Everybody join with the cause, and that we build a community center, an industrial hub, and an innovation hub where people come and join. So basically, our aim is to make it sustainable. This is the way we're thinking about some people who are actually focusing on making a legacy here in doing all these activities. Many other people are there who have businesses, who want to expand their businesses beyond boundaries, within domestically and beyond Bay Area. So there can be AI startups, there can be venture capitalists. We're giving them a platform to do all these types of things. And there's a third one where people can go beyond country, like in West Bengal and other places in India, to do, expand their own business through collaboration and cooperation. And fourthly, and that is the most important, like young entrepreneurs, they have a foot in the door where they can expand the opportunities of making it a real, starting a real step in terms of entrepreneurial activities.
We will have a Shark Tank style pitch. One of the things we spoke with Techno India and Megla was there are 400 companies, startup companies in Calcutta that are a part of this fund. And what we're going to do is in December, we are going to India and we're going to run a Shark Tank style pitch floor. And out of that, we're going to pick the top 20 and everyone in this room is going to be a part of that. And then we'll probably bring the top 3 here so they can present, meet the VCs and all of this.
I think a good way to make wealth and money in our ecosystem through our community is to be involved in the venture capital ecosystem. And I'm glad that Rahul has decided, or I think it's an important aspect to have presence of VC, presence of venture in this community. There are a lot of people from Bengal and India in this ecosystem, and we can bring them in and make this even more successful.
So tell me a little more about all the great entrepreneurs and artists who are going to be a part of Confluence 2027.
Punnenuda, the founder and chairperson of the Charji Group, TCG, he is part of it. Ashok Desharkar, he is part of it. We are doing a big TechMate, conference. Anu Nawani, she's a graduate from Calcutta Medical College, with Achinto Maulik. He's the founder of Fortis in Bengal. So these are some of the names. They're part of the Confluence, and there are many names like you heard about Vishal. He's from Olive Partners. He's been managing $30 billion of business. Than venture capitalists. You heard about Jishnu. So there are these big names. You heard about Sanjay Chatterjee. He is the vice chairman of the Goldman Sachs of Asia. So these are all the names who are coming forward. And cultural side, there is going to be Vikram Ghosh. Then we are doing a creative segment with all the Bengali bands. And there's going to be Bhuter Bhavishad recasting, and there's Shankar Mahadevan, and then we are still in the hunt of the second Bollywood. So it's going to be like a great event in terms of Bengali entrepreneurs and all the cultural leads from all over India coming together, in Silicon Valley in 2027, April 9, 10, and 11.
Yes, and I heard there's going to be a grand fashion show. There's going to be drama, dance, music,
Yes.
and whatnot. 3 days of cultural extravaganza along with the BizTech extravaganza. So, how can people book their tickets? Who all can attend?
Everybody is welcome. It's a pan-India effort. It started by Bengalis, but then as Pravachis, as other organizations, we are we represent the Indian community over here, and that's going to be our motto. And the cultural events are crafted in a manner that everybody can participate. There is no barrier of language or understanding, because first day is going to be classical with Vikram Ghosh and Rukmini Vijay Kumar. Second day is going to be Bollywood, and third day is going to be fashion show, closing ceremony with Bollywood. So definitely everybody is welcome. So you need to go to confluence2027.org. That's the website, and that's where you're going to see all the details. You can book the tickets for individual events or business forum, or being participate in the entrepreneurship Shark Tank event. But you can also buy a season pass for all 3 days. So all those details are going to be available in confluence2027.org.
Wonderful. So looking forward for all of you to browse this wonderful website and choose and select which shows you are going to be a part of, or probably all of the 3 days of extravaganza. Lots of learning, lots of fun, lots of networking, lots of collaboration, lots of culture and community. See you at Confluence 2027.
And Jasleen ji, thank you so much. YoIndiaTV is going to be our partner, and we really, really appreciate and welcome the Punjabi communities also being part of us. And thank you for listening. And it's going to be a big event. We are looking forward to it.
Thank you so much.